Hey everyone, it's the Blazer King with King's Critiques, here for the first episode of the Maid I heard recently is Mysterious. And she has some big tits, so that's pretty cool too. I'm not sure if it's gonna be an ecchi show, but I thought I'd just call out the elephant in the room real quick. But if you haven't seen the episode by the time you see this upload, do go ahead and pull me up alongside, list my comments as it goes along, or leave me running in the background to let me get the watch time, because that'd be much appreciated, as would be hitting like and subscribe button, because as you know, not as many people who turn on the content are subscribed as they could be. That being said, let's roll right into it, shall we? Right, force equality. Yeah, pretty eyes, big tits. I mean, it's still a mansion. Um, or she was talking to herself trying to remember a recipe. Those eyes, though. Yeah, honestly, they're really alluring. Oh, intro? Sure, let's listen to it. Now, who the fuck? Hmm. So, okay, now in that last image, it was two maids and a butler. However, pretty sure the butler was a woman too. Like, can I just. Either a woman or a very effeminate man. I can't tell from this image. I kind of thought the boss in Prima Doll was a woman, so. Another Square Enix anime! Be Still My Heart! Like, I'm sorry. I know I've already paused like 5 times and the episode hasn't even technically started yet, but I can't get over how much I love anime that Square Enix puts out. I just can't get over it. Like, I've only seen two that aren't Final Fantasy related that I can remember off top of my head, but they were both so fucking good. Like, High Score Girl, if you haven't seen it and it's still on Netflix, check it out. It's 2 seasons, and it's a rom com, and it's actually really good. Like, for no reason, it's actually really good. And Misachiko and Little Baby Ghost, that was kind of from Square Enix. Also, way better than I expected it to be. I gotta look up some more anime that Square Enix put out because holy fuck, this is from I'm already in love. Oh my, you're that into her, huh? I mean, to be fair, it's hard to not think about someone like that if they're like in your house 24/7. If he wasn't a Shota, there's a lot more shit that would enter his mind. I mean, there's probably still a lot that was in his mind. I was actually hoping the one picture I saw from this so far was actually what happened. So he fired his old staff and ended up hiring her? But why? Because his father probably left him something. Or did he just figure he wants to do shit on his own? Ah, I guess that makes sense. I mean, hey, if you can take care of yourself, kid, why not? Are we still in the flashback? Ah, excuse. Ah, it's overrated. Like, paying bills sucks. Working on a career sucks. Cooking is hit and miss depending on what you're trying to make. Yo, actually, that's not a bad idea having toast with bacon and egg on top. Okay, now, I'm not the best at doing laundry, but I just want to point out to anybody who might not be of age enough to be doing their own shit, what he's doing right here, don't do. Okay? I don't use actual laundry detergent if I can help it, but putting in more than half a scoop, I guess, with that kind, a cup or a lid full in most cases is not necessary. You know, you fill up like halfway, a little more than that, and just. But he has two scoopfuls of whatever detergent he's using, which not a good idea. Three, three scoopful. Okay, yeah, that went over horribly, as expected. I mean, that sucks, but at least it's not the worst thing in the world. Then we come the food factor again. Ramen. Good option. Honestly, I gotta wonder what, time frame this show is, because rich kid like that has had to have had some sort of, electronic if it's from a modern age. seeing him ignore where I paused. I'm just gonna say, like, that's the kind of dream a lot of people have. Maybe not like, okay, I'm not even gonna argue that the maid thing would be pretty dope, but like, have just at minimum a 9 out of 10 woman just kind of show up at your door. That's a lot of people's dream. No, that's my dream, but I'm also not gonna pay for that kind of thing to happen. Huh. That's the only situation that it end up happening from. But yeah, really, like that kind of thing ever happened and I didn't pay for it, boy. Let me tell you. Okay, that's really the only statement I had. Like, if a 9 out of 10 at minimum woman just kind of showed up at someone's doorstep, there would be a lot to happen. Didn't answer his question. Or did she just see a mansion and went, huh, I wonder if I could offer my services? Suck, you miss. I mean, that sounds like a fair deal to me. All things you had a problem with before, bro. Yeah, no, who could honestly turn down that? His stomach spoke for him. But why? I mean, it seems like she's great at her job, hot. So, I mean, another, like, 10 years. The subtle. No, it's called knowing how to do what she does. That I don't blame you for, but she's fucking with you. She's having fun with him on this. She was fucking with him. Oh, there's something of hers that suck right in, I bet. No, that's something else. She was getting embarrassed, so she's like, "Goose." Yeah, but he probably didn't think about what the book was. Normally, someone would have gone back to look earlier or afterward, but honestly, what he's doing here is similar to the equivalent of like a child finding out why some strange, or let me actually get more specific, why like a babysitter is coming over when she's not there for him, and and her parent, I'm not gonna say father specifically because there have been instances where it's been the mother, and then they're just gone for 2 hours, and then they investigate and shit like this happens and they completely misunderstand. Hmm? You know, if this was an adult questioning her to this extent, she'd probably like call him out, but it's a kid. So she's just trying to pass it off as he's being overactive in his imagination. Well, at this rate, you in 10 years. Yes, but probably not what you're thinking. Also, I'm gonna call out that she was like, oh, does she really have to fuck with? Oh no, it's probably a dream. But she was probably like asked by her father or something when he was alive to come there if he was ever in need or something. I mean, hey, to be fair, the witch costume, not bad. Does she have like candles going or something? He's probably gonna think she's brewing some sort of potion or something, because that's how his overactive imagination is, even though she was probably just like preparing breakfast or some shit. That's not hard. Well, actually. Again, she's fucking with you for the most part. But it's hard not to fall something with her. No, bro, she was kidding. You're legit just admitting to being in love with her. Just pass it off. Have you tried asking? Can we also talk about how he shares the same name as the first baby ghost from that show? And the weird part about that is that Yuri actually. Okay, saying that just made me think of a really dark possibility for how this show could go. I'm gonna continue with my thought process. Yuri was the name of the first little girl ghost that Sachiko ran into, and Yuri does translate to like spirit or ghost or something. So does that mean he died with his parents and has actually been living in this sort of limbo where she ran into him? Hmm. Maybe this is a bit supernatural and she's there to either cater him off back to life or to the depths of hell. That last statement was partially kidding. What are you screaming? Bitch! Just always making the excuse about going shopping. There's several different things to think of with how they're interacting in just this first episode. Is she going to dox me? Listen, the only people that have to worry about being doxxed are celebrities, whether it be internet or not. Okay, that is very demon-like, though. Cold tomato pasta. Sounds gross. You didn't. You sounded like you didn't like me to do that. Okay, it's kind of like the thing with Nazuna in Call of Night, because like she will tease Ko with everything in her power, but the first time he gets romantic, she instantly folds and becomes all embarrassed. Lilith here, she tries so hard to be sexy and tease him, and then he just like goes off about all this shit that makes it sound like he's in love with her already, and she just clams up and becomes instantly embarrassed. So like, now I want to know her end game, cause like, am I right? And it was like one of her parents that asked her to do this one day, or what? Also, can we talk about how there's giant chunks of tomato in that pasta and like that ain't that, no giant chunks of tomato in my pasta. Exposed her for what? Actually, I was wrong. The ghost wasn't Yuri, it was Yuri. I think maybe the last time she said it, there wasn't E in it, and that's why I went off like that. Because sometimes people who do subtitles are dipshitted. Hmm. Speaking of shows about maids that look like they could have been by Square Enix, or that might have actually been by Square Enix, thinking about it, gotta finish um the Duke of Death. Because that's getting a season 2 apparently, and apparently it's gonna be a lot hotter than the first one. So she had knowledge of him and was asked to go to him. Okay, that's basically what I thought, but where did that request come from? Was it one of his parents, or was it, like, one of the servants he let go of? I also think I know of Silverlink as a production company. Guess while I'm letting the outro play, I'll just chatter on and actually look that up real quick. Silverlink. And Verge, that's a show I gotta finish one of these days. Even if there was kind of a disturbing part to it. And Happy, that was really good. Baka to Test, haven't seen that yet, but it's always sounded good. Oh, the Witches series, that's another thing I gotta catch up to. Better Girl High School, also gotta watch that, because I heard about that forever ago, but never checked it out, I think. Did I? No. Oh, they put out a lot of shows. C is another one of those things I heard was pretty good. I need to check out. Chaos Child. Wait, does that mean that they also did okay, Fate Prisma. That's probably what I initially thought of, between like the art style of this show and Bahan. Since they did Chaos Head, does that mean they also did oh fuck, what was that other show? Um uh fuck. This is one of those things where I actually wish Masamune Revenge is another one of those shows I need to check out at some point because it's getting a season 2. Wait, what? Oh, oh, they did Villainous too? That's also a show I need to check out at some point. Fucking hell, these people have done a lot of shows, and yet I can't actually see the show I've been trying to check out. Hmm, another show I need to check out. Oh, they did Demon King Reincarnated. Guess that's the latest show that I remember them doing. I don't know what the show I'm looking at is, but I mean, Tanaka's Always Listless. That's another show I've heard is pretty good. Fucking hell, there's okay. Well, apparently they didn't do the show that is related to Chaos. Wait, was Chaos Head? Well, I think whatever. Regardless, Silverlink, good company. Blade's a good company. I don't remember anything off the top of my head that they did, but they work in conjunction a lot, I imagine. And like I said in the beginning, Square Enix, I am in love with everything they do. I haven't played every game Square Enix has ever done, but I love the idea of every game Square Enix has ever done. You guys know that Kingdom Hearts is like my second favorite franchise of video games ever. Because, I mean, the two things I've done the most on my main channel are Pokemon and Kingdom Hearts. One of these days I want to do a sleep lock for a Kingdom Hearts game. So, like, everything about this show I love, and when it's over in 3 months, it's gonna suck. But, like, she's hot, he makes things funny, their interactions together makes things pretty funny. So I can't wait to see what else can come from this show. Comedy wise, serious wise, there's a girl he's friends with that he tells about her, and the way the intro makes it seem is maybe she realizes that he's in love with her, and she's not a love interest. And they showed a scene of another girl who might be into magic like stuff, but I don't think this is actually a fantasy based show. So I think she's just there for like more comedy fodder. We'll see. But honestly, I'm in love with the show. I can't wait to see what else has to happen. And you know, let me know your thoughts of the show so far in the comment section down below, as well as of course about other shows I should be watching this season, next season, or in general. That can include prioritizing some of the shit I mentioned from a couple minutes ago, or whatever else is on top of your heads. Don't forget to ring both bells, like, Facebook, follow Twitter. Oh, hit the like button, subscribe to both channels, ring both bells, like, Facebook, follow Twitter, keep updated with things. Jesus Christ, I'm getting ahead of myself. TikTok is uploading batch from time to time. Twitch, subscribe there for benefits. Can do so with Twitch for Twitch Prime for free. And you want to know what's better than having a maid cook food for you? Cooking food for yourself, brought to you at a pretty cheap price, all things considering. And you can do that with the link that I have pinned to the top of Twitter and Facebook, and in the description of some of my YouTube videos. Because I'm sponsored by HelloFresh for the month. It only is a couple weeks, and it'd be highly appreciated if anyone who can follow it, subscribe. It helps me out a lot. It brings you guys great food for a cheap price. And with all that said, it's been the Blazing King with Kritique. Out. Ta-ta for now. Peace.